Good morning, everyone. Clint McLaughlin here, Midwest Market Management. I've got Riley Sykard on with me here today. We are going to hop right into South America weather. Riley, this time of year, everybody starts to lose focus on the South America weather. It starts to fade to the background. We're starting to think U.S., but you know, still a truckload of growing season ahead down there, particularly, Argentina, still finishing up first crop, southern Brazil finishing up first crop, and then meanwhile, second crop's up and running. Safrinha corn, which, the largest portion of the South America corn crop, is, either planted, being planted, and on its way to, determining what its full term potential is going to be. So we've had, a good rally here, not related to South America weather. So now, as weather starts to, become a factor again, it could be the gas on the fire, ultimately, one direction or another, very interesting. So stay tuned. Let's take a look. What do we got in store for us?
Yep, on the market side, as of right now, I'd say the warmongers got a hold of the markets.
Yeah.
But switching gears here, South America weather. First thing we want to do, as always, put into perspective how big of an area we're looking at. For the first crop, we're looking anywhere from Mato Grosso all the way down through central Argentina. So anywhere south of Buenos Aires is usually about the cutoff. If you take just Mato Grosso and put it on a U.S. map, it's almost the whole Midwest. This is a huge amount of cropland we're looking at. So with that said, temperatures over the next 5 days. Every time I think that chunk of Paraguay is done getting heat, it keeps creeping back in. Um, they keep getting rain, so there's no crop failure issues there, Clint. But I have read some reports that there are some drought issues in western Mato Grosso do Sul, northern Argentina. But that's not a shock. We've been looking at this for a long time, Clint, and they've been averages in the 90s for well over a month.
Yeah.
So not anything really new there. 6 to 10 days shows us cooling off a little bit, but 70 and 80-degree temperatures are definitely not harmful for a crop. So last 2 weeks of rainfall, not really
Yes.
much new here since Tuesday. There's been small rains in the forecast, and if they are falling, it's light. There's not much color added compared to what we were looking at earlier in the week. Moving ahead here, next 1 to 5 days, got some rain in the north, but once again, after they've been getting 5, 6 inches a week, seeing an inch to some areas getting two sure doesn't seem like much for that region, does it?
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
an inch in 5 days, and that's light.
yep, and we're getting closer to their dry season, so that rain should continue to tick down and down and down. Looking towards the southern side, southern Brazil and some areas of Argentina looking really dry over the next five. Uh, just got to watch that closely. They don't have the amount of moisture that the North's had, so they actually could use more rain down in these southern regions. So 6 to 10 shows rain in the forecast for everybody. I'm not going to say amounts are earth shattering, making a big change. I'd say it's either tiding people by or not enough to cause more flood issues. So overall, I wouldn't give that much mind in the 6 to 10. Moving over to the Safrinha side, one extra map. I threw it in on Tuesday, but I'm keeping it in. Second crop, which would be your Safrinha corn crop planting progress. This week, as of the 6th, which is almost a week ago now, Safrinha crop was up to 68% planted on a 5-year average of 69. So they did a lot of catching up over the last week, 10 days. But compared to last year at 84%, still significantly behind. So in terms of a record Safrinha corn yield, unless the rain can continue into their dry season, there's not really enough being shown right now to say that the crop got planted early enough for maximum yield potential. So I've already seen some places starting to back off their corn numbers for Brazil and for Argentina, and we're too early in the Safrinha crop to tell you if that needs to happen, but it's not a shock to me by any means.
Yeah.
So more of the same here. 1 week temperatures for the Safrinha regions. Mato Grosso would be your key one to look at, and temperatures in the 80s. I can't add anything to that. Rainfall over the next week. When you go out of the 1 to 5 and you go for a full week, that's where it's showing a little over 2 inches, and that's 6 and 7 day windows where more rain's supposed to come. But enough progress is being made where I'm still saying 2 inches over the next week's probably not a big stopper for combines or planters. So moving in 1 week temperature straight to the south. Some of that western Mato Grosso de Sol still staying warm, but for the most part, average to mild temperatures. And rainfall, these regions need the rain. So seeing areas with 4 inches and 3 inches, actually a good thing for farmers here in the south. So enough rain in the forecast to keep them going. So that's all I have for maps today, Clint. There's not exactly a big bullish factor coming out of the South America crop, but I wouldn't say that it's a big bearish thing going on right now either. So that's all I got.
Sounds good, Riley. Well, thank you for putting the maps together. We will be back on here Tuesday to let you know how we're getting the week started out. Again, Clint McLaughlin, Midwest Market Management, Riley Sidecard. Thanks a lot and have a great day.
This material has been prepared by a sales or trading employee or agent of Midwest Market Management and is in the nature of a solicitation. This material is not a research report prepared by of Midwest Market Management Research Department. By accepting this communication, you agree that you are an experienced user of the futures markets, capable of making independent trading decisions, and agree that you are not and will not rely solely on this communication in making trading decisions. Distribution in some jurisdictions may be prohibited or restricted by law. Persons in possession of this communication indirectly should inform themselves about and observe any such prohibition or restrictions. To the extent that you have received this communication indirectly and solicitations are prohibited in your jurisdiction without registration, the market commentary in this communication should not be considered a solicitation. The risk of loss in trading futures and/or options is substantial, and each investor and/or trader must consider whether this is a suitable investment. Past performance, whether actual or indicated by simulated historical tests of strategies, is not indicative of future results. Trading advice is based on information taken from trades and statistical services and other sources that of Midwest Market Management believes are reliable. We do not guarantee that such information is accurate or complete, and it should not be relied upon as such. Trading advice reflects our good faith judgment at a specific time and is subject to change without notice. There is no guarantee that the advice we give will result in profitable trades.